Hello all, and good night. Here is when I'm recording. Just gonna do a predictive read, so just for fun to chill and vibe with me and do sort of a predictive read for the month of September, just for any sign in particular. And we're gonna try to get specifics. I've been testing this out for a little bit, so I'll see what's. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for being here and hanging out with me. So on the day of our particular we're talking about, we have number 30. This could be the 30th. Horseman, Herald of Change. Something with horses here. Some more clues, number 36 and number 8. Lost in space, needing direction, and crown games, right use of power. What have I been getting from this? Someone lost. Needing a change in direction or something. Suddenly changing directions. Whether that be physically, mentally, with the crown games here. Something all of a sudden shifting direction. And it may be on the 30th here. Or the 3rd, I'm not sure. That's way too many cards. Let's see, the first one we have here is this Knight. So something taking time here that's taking time to change. This glass is finally cracked. So it's the Herald of Change, the Horseman here. Like a knight figure, could be male or female. So we have both here. This wish fulfillment. I don't know what that noise was. Oh, I think it's the candle. Sorry, I got spooked. Okay. Okay, lost in space. Needing direction. Okay, like a candle spooked me. Okay. Lost in space, needing direction, and this person has a feather here. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. And there's a feather here with this figure. And then crown games, right? Use of power with the snake and this hooded figure. It's going to talk about walking away from something that was causing you a lot of mental confusion, making you feel lost, and maybe like someone wasn't totally using their power right here with the crown games. Maybe at the moment of, we're talking, asking for directions, needing directions might be a clue. Because of this figure going off. Or like a game of directions, or like a trivia game, something to do with a crown game. See the date of 2 of Wands with holding the world here. And see how this figure is holding the world? And then this figure's holding like a fruit. It's so interesting to me. So the day of, you might be, looking to go somewhere. I'm seeing like a farm as well with the horses and the chickens and the snakes even. Interesting. The 7 of Swords is this needing direction, lost in space. So maybe there's an energy with the Magician, crown games. Maybe there's an energy here coming up on the 30th. Something's being, shifted here. Maybe it's a perspective. Maybe it's a sense of direction. You had been lost holding on to these, 5 swords. There's 2 left behind. The magician is regaining that strength and that power to, maybe after that day in particular, this day that we're talking about, that's predictive here, that's coming, that's sort of been on the brink for a while now. Like, it's been long awaited with the 2 of Wands. I know it's here, it's saying, like it's right on target with that. I don't know if that was a slingshot, but it's, the magician, you have the tools to make it happen. Otherwise, it'll infinitely become this sort of something in your crown chakra that makes you sort of run around without any sense of direction. There's this all of a sudden spark of change here that could potentially happen within this individual that's been patiently waiting with something in hand here, something like the world, which could represent lessons. It could represent where they've traveled. There's something changing about their perspective, even of things they held on to that made them feel lost. A movement forward. With the magician, both of these figures are robed figures. This is all going on within the mind. This may not be something tangibly that happens to you on that day. It may just be something like a shift in your energy, a shift in the wind, if you may. It's definitely just a change that's much needed. And I think the change is, choosing a direction and choosing the mind over, choosing to use it, to wield it, and not for, purposes of bad intention. This looks like maybe it was just stuff that you held on to that you shouldn't have, that were just unnecessarily a burden here, that were keeping you lost with no sense of direction. Yeah, and maybe it's also warning about the snake-like energy with this person sort of tiptoeing and like a sense of manipulation around you. Yeah, that's going to change with the magician coming through. Because this energy that's lost over here, it's almost like, a snake in the, what is it called? The chicken coop or something? Or is it a snake? Or I don't know, but there's a chicken up here. And this person's just sneaking off, and there's feathers everywhere. And this snake is going off in this direction, this abundant direction. This individual is cloaked, but he's walking with the snake. He's wielding his magician's wand, all of a sudden taking power of his own direction, his sense of direction. And any energies around you that made you feel unsafe, in particular, are definitely going to have to go. There's a change coming. Either this came in within your crown chakra, or something that enlightened your inner mapping to move forward. Something's definitely cracked in your concepts that is for the better, that has slingshotted almost into this, cracked this glass in this photo, slingshotted here, and crack that glass in your crown chakra to open up a sense of direction where you really have to look at things you were holding on to and things you were holding and keeping secret to yourself, or whatever the case may be. There's a change here. There's definite change, movement forward with the horseman, with fire energy, with air energy, definitely of the mind here. This may not be something that happens to you per se, but rather in your concept of time, your belief system of change, what needs to be changing. It has to do with the inner mapping system and how you wield your mind over that, your navigation, and what path it is you're going to choose, because it looks like the time is now, and the feathers are up in the air here for your wish fulfillment to be coming true, to be manifested. It's just with the right use of your mind here. All right, I wish you the best of luck. Good night.